Hey, kitty cat knocked my stuff off the table here and I had to pick it up. So how's everybody doing tonight? I know we had quite a few people already in. And very first one in that I know of was Miss Anna the Old Folk. I had her comment pinned to the top of the screen. And then Mike Sampson, Cali King 916, Avid Fisherman, and there's my piggy. Hey, there's Poppy the Good Troll, and Treasure Hunter. And where there's Treasure Hunter, there's Beth. So I will say hi to you both. And so y'all, it's been a day. Oh man.
Kickapoo.
Hey, Kickapoo. And Sandy Toes, howdy there.
Sandy Toes.
Said, listening along. Okay, Linda Peterson, hello. So what's for supper tonight? We had little burritos for supper tonight. And,
She says Beth is driving.
Okay.
She says hi.
Well, I'm glad she's at least listening in, and y'all be safe out there. Oh, man. Well, tonight we're going to do something a little different. I'm not doing the second part of the most dangerous animals of the state. I didn't get back to that and finish getting them printed off.
Cinnamon hot.
Hey,
Hot,
Cinnamon
hot.
Hot. Hey, Cinnamon Hot. Welcome in. What I have are gardening questions tonight. Or questions that relate to gardening, and I am doing multiple choice on the answers. See how that works, and hopefully it'll work pretty good, because I'll be honest with you, some of these I thought I knew the answers to, and I was plumb wrong. So just goes to show what I think I know and what I know are two different things. But that's okay too. Okay. And we got a mail call coming up tomorrow. The video will be out tomorrow, and it's from Gail's Southern Living. She sent me a sticker. Making sure I'm not missing any conversation here. But we got that going on, and then
Sandy Toes said, hold them on, I might have a chance today. Chance at what?
trivia.
Oh, okay.
Starting November the 1st, will be the start of Noodle November 2022. It's being hosted by Kettle Kitchen. And there are a lot of channels that are involved in this. I think there's 2 channels putting out videos each day in November. I know that Full Blown Country is going to be doing a video for that. I'm doing a video for it. I have a whole list that was sent to me, and I will be putting it on a video to get it out. And starting next week or next Saturday, I will start promoting it even more on my lives. And I'll be putting the channels out and listing them in the description, so that if anybody wants to go check out those channels, they can. And I just ask, please show support for everybody doing that, because I know there's been a lot of cook-offs and competitions and things going on. To me, it's not about cook-off per se or winning or anything like that. For me, it's about being able to share original recipes and just getting out there and having fun. And I have come up with my own original recipe for Noodle November. It is something that I've discussed with Piggy, asked him what he thought. He thought it might be something that even sounds good, because he's my sounding board, y'all. And if I think it might be sounding good, he would tell me if it sounds good to him. Hi, Miss Nets. Welcome in. Nets Big Blog. So, yeah, and Piggy liked the idea of how that sounded. So I'll be telling y'all more about my video on the day that it's actually published. And my video will go up on November the 21st, which is a Monday. And yeah, so I'll have mine up then, but I really want to support everybody in that community, or in this community that's doing Noodle November. So again, starting next week, I will put a list of the channels that are involved in that in my description, and just ask that if anybody that would like to could please go check them out, see if they like them, see if they're interested. You know, you never know who you're going to find on YouTube, that's for sure. Okay, making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so getting started now with our first question. And like I said, this is just gardening quiz, and a little bit different than what I've been doing. Like I said, it's going to be a multiple choice on the answers, and you can just answer A, B, or C, whichever one you think it is. Okay. Question number 1. You protect your plants with this: A, plastic, B, cloche, or C, netting. Again, you protect your plants with this: A, plastic, B, cloche, or C, netting. And we'll see how everybody does on these.
Do it by living somewhere there ain't no gremlins to mess them up.
Let's see. Cinnamon says
netting.
Netting. Santhi said netting. Treasure Hunter said C or B. Linda said
B.
bed sheet.
Linda said bed sheets. Treasure Hunter said plastic.
Okay, hold on. Okay, we got. Okay, so it's not netting. So we know it's not C. It's not netting. It's not plastic.
Bobby said A.
Nope, it is B. It is cloche.
Cloche.
Cloche. C-L-O-C-H-E. If you're trying to protect your plants, you don't want to put plastic over them. Plastic can harm them. Netting is going to allow the cold air and everything through and all that. So it is close that you protect them with.
I've never heard of that.
Well, I knew it wasn't netting and it wasn't plastic, so and then I looked and the answer was B. And Sandy Toes got that one right. Way to go, Sandy Toes. Mike Sampson says leaves. That's what I would use, Mike. I just covered over in leaves. Cinnamon says she uses straw. Yeah, I'm not a big gardener. I know a few things about gardening, but I'm learning stuff. I figure I'm never too old to learn, y'all. So, hopefully I do pretty good at learning. One of these days I want to have a garden again. Little bitty garden I've had hadn't been all that great, but I enjoyed it when I did it.
Yeah, we got them gremlins we got to worry about them.
I know. Sandy says she finally got one. Hi, Miss Joy. Welcome in, darling.
Joy.
Hi, Mr. Scott. I don't know if you're in here yet or not, or if you're just listening in the background, but I'll tell you hi. Marion Eastman, hello, hon. Marion Eastman says she uses mulch. Mulches heavily at the roots. Yeah, that's what a lot of people I know do is they use the mulch. Okay. We can go on to number 2, question number 2. you can use this as a natural soap. A, honeysuckle petals, B, carrot greens, or C, yucca roots. Again, you can use this as a natural soap. Honeysuckle petals, carrot greens, or yucca roots. Okay, Linda said C, which is yucca root. And Avid said yucca root. Joy said yucca root. Cinnamon said yucca root. And y'all are all right. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. It could be yucca, could be yucca. I don't know. I always call it yucca root. But that is the right answer.
It is yucca.
It is
Yucca Valley.
Okay.
Out in California. Yucca plants.
Yeah, I don't know if if the video seems like it's freezing up or not. I'm watching it on my phone and it's doing fine. I'm looking at my computer and it's like it'll freeze every few seconds. So if there's a problem, I apologize. It could be my internet. I've noticed that my phone has been freezing up today at certain points when I'm playing videos and stuff. So yeah, Sandy, it's a yucca plant is I think it's a green spike plant, and it actually has white bell-shaped flowers on it when they bloom out.
It's similar to a mother-in-law's tongue.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Like I said, I didn't know. It may just be my computer or my phones, but I've been having a problem with my phone all day. I'll be watching TikTokies and videos, and they'll freeze up and have to start playing. So I'm assuming it's my internet. And then I'm looking at my laptop, and I'll be talking, moving, and I'll be stuck in one position on the laptop. And I'm like, okay, so I'm freezing up. Okay, absence these at work. Okay, making sure I'm not missing nobody. Want to say hi to everybody. And if I have missed anybody coming in, I do apologize. Oh, me. Well, yeah, I told you there's a possibility that I would be staying with Piggy's aunt next week. Well, that possibility is a reality. Monday through Friday, I believe I will be staying the night with Piggy's aunt. So I will still have my live on Saturday, depending on how I get through the week. Depends on how I'll be doing Saturday night next week. But I will be staying there while his mom and stepdad go to Florida.
But you should be back next Saturday night for this right here.
Oh, yes, definitely. And if they are not back by Saturday night, I will be going live from a different location, folks. And Piggy will be joining me up on panel. But he will be behind his avatar. We'll get him fixed up good. Okay. Having internet problems. You know, I think a lot of people have been having internet problems. I've been seeing that all over. People talking about their internet not working good. So, well, hello, Sayeda. Shimana. Big on. I'll call you Sayeda if that's okay. Or Sayeda. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but welcome in. It's a beautiful name, though. I wish that I wouldn't butchering it. Well, I mean, it could be Sayeda or Sayeda. So I'll just say welcome in and hope you have a great evening with us.
I'll just say howdy, howdy.
And we are on to question number 3. Again, this is our gardening quiz. And I am doing a little different format because I am doing multiple choice answers. It's okay. Okay. Well, I learned years ago, I worked in as a customer service rep, and we had to try to pronounce a person's name at least one time. And I would always ask everybody, how do you pronounce your name? And then I would repeat it because we had to repeat the whole name one time, and then we could call the person whatever they told us we could call them. But we had to speak, say their name at least one time. And so that's got me very OCD about pronouncing somebody's name correctly, because that was kind of ingrained in that job that I had. So I try to. I know I butcher names, and I apologize for that. But I've got one of those weird names that it's hard for everybody to say as well. So, but I have to say, more people get my name right than wrong. We do pretty good with it. Okay, question number 3. Slugs and snails are what? A, arachnids, B, mollusks, C, insects. And I hope that little ticker across the screen helps everybody with the Daisy's Owl drop link, making it easier for you. Okay, let's see. We had Sandy Toes come up with B. Joy says B. Linda says C. Treasure Hunter says B. And the answer is B, mollusk. So Sandy Toes, you got that one, and Joy got it right behind you. I mean, y'all just exact same time. Looks like Linda come up with C, and like the treasure hunter, everybody's coming in at 7:15, just one right after the other. But Sandy Toes, you got another one right, hun. Cinnamon is invertebrate escargot. All I know is they're things that if you really want to get rid of them, you just pour some salt on them and they gone. That's all I know about them.
What's that?
Slugs and snails.
Hey, kidding?
Yeah. Okay. And I think, this may be more helpful this way. I don't know. But I know last week, those answers were killer because they were hard for me. Well, Pooch is in the house. Happy belated birthday. Hope you had a great birthday yesterday, Pooch. Let's see. Use beer traps. Had no idea. See, I learned all sorts of stuff. I just know that as a kid, we had slugs crawl across our steps and stuff. Something to check into. I have no idea what they are.
What's a beer trap?
I don't know what a beer trap is, Piggy.
Mike's fishing home?
No,
that might be a beer trap.
No, that's a loco trap.
Oh, okay. Well, Scott then. He does good beer trap.
No, he's a fireball trap.
I've seen him drink his share of beer.
Yeah. I don't know what a beer trap is. Scott says it's for slugs.
She says a small container half full of beer. They are attracted to the scent and then drown.
Cool.
Okay.
First I'd ever heard of it.
Abbott said beer trap is to catch a beeraholic.
Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay.
Flo said Pooch's beer trap.
Oh, my. Number 4. Shepherd's purse is a member of what family? A, mustard, B, figwort, or C, mallow? Again, shepherd's purse is a member of what family? Pour beer and coffee cup lid, or coffee can lid, okay. Huh. Said my father taught me. Well, see, the only ones that I really knew anything about that I knew growing up that knew anything about gardening was my grandmother, and she died when I was 7. So I lost out on all that. My mom was not a gardener. Come down here. Avid, he said mustard. Avid got it with mustard, and he is right. It is part of the mustard family. Sandy Toes, I'd never heard of it either.
What's that?
Sheep's purse.
Sheep's purse.
It is part of the mustard family.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That's piggy. That's translation. That's piggy for whatever.
Yeah, because like I said, now I know mustard greens, collard greens, turnip greens, and that's about it. I know you can eat radishes, you know, the radish greens and things like that as well. But I'm not sure what qualifies as what on a lot of it. Okay, question number 5. And y'all, I'm going to butcher it. I know I'm going to butcher it, so please don't kill me. I'll spell it if I have to. Western brassicas includes Brussels sprouts and what? A, radishes, B, cauliflower, C, romaine. Again, that is Western brassicas, brassicas, includes Brussels sprouts and what? B, A, radishes, B, cauliflower, or C, romaine.
Abbott says radishes. Joy says B. Sandy says cauliflower. Scott says A.
B is cauliflower, so Miss Joy got that right. And Sandy got that right. And Linda got that right. So cauliflower and Brussels sprouts are in the same family, which is the Western brassicas family. Cool. I learned something new today. Oh, I know somebody probably get this one. Question number 6. Y'all, we're moving right along tonight, ain't we? In the Appalachian Mountains, yucca plant is called what? A, sword plant, B, century plant, or C, meat hanger. Again, in the Appalachian Mountains, yucca plant is called what? A.
Abbott said sword. Linda said A. Joy said A. Full-blown said meat hanger.
And full-blown country got it, meat hanger. Now, this is according to this website that I got this question from. And they said that in the Appalachian Mountains, yucca plant is called meat hanger. I've never heard of that. I've heard of sword plant, but I've never heard it called meat hanger. And I figured Miss Joy would know more about it than I would. And she says it's called sword plant, so I believe what she's telling me. But I'm going to have to go by what I saw on that website. I'm sorry, Miss Joy.
Miss Joy probably more correct. She lived there.
That's what I'm saying. Why would it be called meat hanger? Unless maybe people hung meat on the leaves.
They probably could. They probably did.
Joy said they are Yankees. Okay. That's them Yankee Appalachian. Okay.
Linda said which part of the mountains?
All I know, Miss Linda, is it said in the Appalachian Mountains of the United States is what it said. Yeah, they do cut you like a sword. Those leaves are sharp and yeah, very pointy. Cinnamon says she lives in the Appalachians. She agrees with Joy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking. I said I'm going to, I'll ask the question and I'll give the answer that it gave. But for my part, like I said, I thought it was sword plant. That's what I've always heard it called growing up. And I figure people that lived in the Appalachians would know.
I trust somebody who lived there all their life before I trust somebody that thinks they know something.
That's it. But I give it to Pooch because he did give the answer that the website gave. But I give it to Joy and Cinnamon because they live there. They know what they're talking about.
Right.
So is everybody else doing good this week? They had a good or interesting week like we have? And I don't know if my week has been interesting good, interesting bad, or just weird. It's the truth. It's seems to be a little of all three. Oh man, y'all, I'm tired. I am so tired. Let's see. Make sure I'm seeing all these comments. Everything's blurring together for me, y'all. I apologize.
And it said been half and half. I said need a guess for tomorrow night. Sandy said busy week, wet weekend. Joy said your eggs look good, Cinnamon.
Yeah, I could.
Page said I'm on a roll, beer trap, and
Hi, Fluff. Welcome in. Good morning from Australia. All right.
Lane SBS Piggy. No idea.
Message Avid on Facebook. Okay, that's Linda. Cool. We may be seeing Miss Linda on Avid's tomorrow night. That's good.
Right.
I think Fluff had one of those spell check, spell correct thingy bobbies that didn't work too good because she said and.
I can't figure.
Oh. Well, Cinnamon, I'm going to try to do them as much and as often as I can on Saturday nights. I try not to miss one. I think I've only actually cut one actually extremely short. I don't think I've missed one since I started. I did go 30 minutes one night. I think that was like a holiday weekend, and we had 2 people here, and I was sick that night. Did not feel good. And I'll try to be on, the only way I will not do a live is if I am sick to the point that I just cannot function. But hi, Kathy. Welcome in, hon. So, but like I said, I will always try to get my Saturday nights done because my Saturday nights are what rejuvenate me and keep me going and help my stress levels. Because I think it helps me more than it does everybody else, to be honest. Because I love my Saturday nights. And I'm not going to give them up willingly.
Y'all help her put up with Piggy.
Y'all help me put up with everything around. I'm just going to say, because we got ignorance, boogers, gremlins.
And we might one day tell y'all all about that. But
yeah. I'll guarantee you there will come a day when everything is possible for us to do that Piggy and I will explain the ignorance, the gremlins, and the boogers. And I mean, there might be a few people in chat that might know something about it because Piggy haven't talked to them in private chat, whatever. But yeah, we've got quite a bit that, and I don't talk about it a lot, but Piggy will tell you I have a lot of stress from those 3 things. And I try not to let it affect me. I try not to let it affect my personal day-to-day life. I try not to let it affect my videos, and I try not to let it affect my lives. But sometimes I have to say something. And yeah, I'm more apt to say I plan on, like Piggy says, make it a good day even when it ain't.
That's it. That makes the ignorance and all that matter than anything. You still have to go ahead and have a great day, because once you understand the ignorance and understand that ignorance isn't capable of understanding anything further, you can kind of be a little more patient with it.
Yeah.
Because it's still a little child that hadn't learned better.
Well, my thing about it is, when it comes to the ignorance, I stay away from it and I avoid it. And that's easy for me to do because I didn't associate it with it before I realized it was ignorance. Okay, I got notifications popping up everywhere for other lives. I'm like, okay, what's popping up on my screen now? And we'll go on to number 7. Okay, and this is all the question it stated. It said cactus are ? A, always thorny. B, sometimes succulent. Or C, hard to grow.
I'm going to behave on that one.
And I got this one wrong. I'll tell y'all that right now. So again, cactus are A, always thorny. B, sometimes succulents. C, hard to grow. And Miss Joy came up with an answer on B, and she got that right. Sometimes succulents.
Yeah, if you're out in the desert, you got water, you can cut into a lot of them cactuses to get water.
Yeah. Now, I always thought all cactus have thorns, but not all cactus do have thorns. Some cactus, they may have something that aren't real thorns, but they have flowers. But some cactus are succulents, and that shocked me. And it looks like Evans says all the above.
And he wouldn't be wrong.
That's pretty much what I would think would be all the above, but they didn't offer that option, Abbott. It was one of the 3. So again, I'm going with what the website said. Be like Pooch and don't let no one or nothing get you or get a fine. Yeah, I mean that's why you have to do, Pooch. You just, for me, I'm one of these that I try to just ignore it and go on unless somebody gets right in my face with something, and I just stay away from people. I associate with Piggy. I associate with everybody on YouTube on my Saturday nights and through chats, and sometimes on Facebook and stuff. But anybody down this road, up and down, neighbors, whatever, I'll wave, and that's it. Unless it's Piggy's mom and stepdad and his aunt, and then I talk to them. But Bluff and Sandy Toes talking about rain and I guess weather. So I hope y'all don't get too much rain and stuff that y'all don't need, or I don't need no storms. I know that. I don't.
I don't know. There's been a couple up and down the road I've waved at and they turned their head. I yell out my window, stuck up.
Yeah, I mean, you can be nice to people, and people just turn their nose and ignore you. I'm fine with that. I'm like, fine. I don't have to talk to you anyway. I don't know you. I'm just being nice and waving at you. Yeah, I can be real good at sending people packing too. I'm not real good at socializing much anymore. Have any face? Oh my goodness. I'll have to check that. If that's what you sent in Messenger, Abbott, I'll have to check that out. Wow. Oh me. People. Can be very uncomfortable, but this will be. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I've always said, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, and when it comes to a point, that they're just gonna be rude and obnoxious and everything else, I say that's fine, and I don't have nothing else to do with them. As much as I can on that part. Sometimes I don't have a choice, but you know what? There's always a reason for God to put people in my life, and there's also a reason for people to be taken out of my life. Oh man, I understand that right there, full blown. I do. Okay, we're going on to question number 9. Alpines are a good plant for a what? A, rock garden, B, topiary, or C, terrarium, Terrarium. I know what a terrarium is, I just can't pronounce it.
You said it right.
Okay. So again, alpines are a good plant for a what? A, rock garden, B, topiary, or C, terrarium. And I saw Joy pop up with an A for rock garden, and that it is. That is the answer, rock garden. Hey, y'all, I realized I skipped over one. So we're going to have to go back. Let's see. Marion says, well, no, on flip side, I wear glasses and am blind half the time. Old, so when I am out in the world, out in the yard, I literally sometimes don't see my neighbors. Of course, when I do, walk up and say hi. Well, that's nice. I'm like that. If I don't have my glasses on, I can hardly see 3 or 4 feet in front of me clearly. Everything after that's a blur. So
find that comment. It disappeared on
me. Yeah. So if it's 3 or 4 feet away from me and I don't have my glasses on, it's a blur. It could be a tree standing there for all I know.
That comment disappeared on mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. There it is on the screen now. I think.
Oh, wasn't that big a deal.
I'm glad you got a green thumb, Joy. I love it when people can grow plants and have gardens. And I got the brownest thumb. I think my thumb done gone black. It's so, I kill plants. I cannot grow them very well. Hey, Gary, welcome in. Hope you're doing okay tonight. And let's see. Just trying to catch up on comments, y'all. I'm just reading. I'm sorry. Sandy says, Miss Joy is the fountain of knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I love watching Miss Joy's videos. She's a good cook. Got a lot of good knowledge.
Oh, by the way, Miss Joy, I love them pigtails.
I did too. Hey, Bobby D, welcome in. And let's see. All right. Looks like I've got caught up reading chat. Everybody saying hi to everybody. And go back to the one I missed. Diatomaceous earth can do this. A, kill insects. B, repel slugs. Or C, both. And
Joe said C. Joey said C. Linda said C.
And everybody that said C is correct. It does both. And we know it gets rid of insects or kills insects because Piggy put some of that stuff out on our yard and it did really good. Yeah, it works really good.
So we got 2 more bags we're going to put out probably just before it gets real good and warm.
Yeah. Hey, Alvin, welcome in.
Alvin!
Okay, let's see. Next question. And again, I'm going to try my best to pronounce this word. Alliums, A-L-L-I-U-M-S, are what? A, nightshades. B, onions and garlic. C, potatoes and tubers.
What was that question again?
Alliums are what?
Alliums?
A-L-L-I-U-M-S. With an A, nightshade. B, onion and garlic. C, potatoes and tubers.
David said all the above. Sandy said B. Scott said B. Joy said B.
And B is the answer on this one. It is onions and garlic. They are called alliums. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I can't talk. I mean, yeah, it just got tongue tied. If I'm not mistaken, potatoes are part of the nightshade family because I know that if they are kept in an unventilated area when you store them, that after a period of time they can put off a toxin, and people have been known to get sick and die from going into like root cellars where potatoes have been stored. And I know nightshade is deadly, so.
Valium. Something hot Valium. Those was Grandpa's favorite.
Says, please protect your hair and lungs while using diatomaceous earth. Your hair will break and your lungs will never repair. Look for food grade. That's what we do, when we get food grade, because we have to find the diatomaceous earth that is safe for our animals. So we had to look on it to make sure it was food grade and that it was also safe for pets.
I don't know if it said it was food grade, but it said safe for pets.
Yeah. Let's see. And hey, Valium does. It's Grandma's favorite. And go down here. Got caught up. For some reason, my comments stopped and I had to go down. Okay. And we are down to number 11. And I think I have 30 questions tonight. I drop a nightshade oil in wife beaters. Yep, 1 drop of nightshade oil will fix a wife beater, that's for sure. And a hot pot of grits will too.
Or oatmeal.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Kim. Welcome in, hon.
Kim. Barrett.
Yep. Might see her as Kim, might see her as KJ, but it's Kim. Okay, number 11. Types of true roses include A, Rose of Sharon, B, hybrid tea rose, C, moss rose. And I got this one wrong. Again, types of true roses include A, Rose of Sharon, B, hybrid tea rose, or C, a moss rose. And let's see. Ooh, I think that jumped quick. Joy said B, and B is hybrid tea rose. That is correct. I have an A. I have another B. I have a hybrid tea rose. Yes, hybrid tea rose is correct. And I got that one wrong because I said moss rose. I didn't know.
Cinnamon said grits. Yes.
Yeah, I learned about grits and oatmeal from Medea. That was a good show.
Cinnamon said that like maybe she's had personal experience. Hate it for them.
Oh, man.
Not.
Okay. I see now. Cinnamon said thorns. A true rose has thorns. A hybrid tea rose has thorns, but a Rose of Sharon and a moss rose do not have thorns. Okay, that makes sense. I wondered what made them. That makes sense to me. I tell you, like I told you, I learn. I just keep learning, and I'll never get too old to learn something. Well, I was hoping tonight's questions be a little bit easier than last week's. And I know there's a lot of people that love to garden, love to cook, and there ain't no telling what interest we all have. But I know gardening and cooking are two of a lot of people I know. See, blackberries have thorns. Yep, blackberries have thorns also, and so do some raspberries. Yeah, Sandy, I don't like the thorns either, but you know what? I can understand that a rose having to have thorns to protect it. I saw Joyce say yummy cinnamon, so I gotta go back and see. It says, I love me some grits with sunny side up egg and sliced tomatoes, lots of salt and pepper, and a little Texas pig. Now, you done gone and made me hungry, Miss Cinnamon. That sounds good.
It does.
It really does. I like bacon and ham in mine, but you know, either way, it still sounds good. Oh man. Oh, excuse me, folks. I am so sorry. It's gotten to the point that I have been laying down every night between, I want to say 9 and 10. And I start getting sleepy between 7:30 and 8:30. But I make myself stay up long enough before I actually go to sleep. So I apologize for yawning in y'all's faces here. Okay, I think we're on number 12. And number 12 says, when you prune a yucca, you should do what? A, use a machete. B, wear a swimsuit. C, protect your hands and eyes.
I know which one I'd go with.
Oh, yeah, Kim, grits with red-eye gravy. I love those.
Avid said machete. Joy said C. Scott C. Linda C. Avid machete. Alvin A. Kim, protect hands and eyes.
The answer is C for everybody that said C.
Joy was the first one I saw with
Joy, and then Scott and Linda. Then Avid said machete. And you know what? I would actually use a machete if I had one, but I know you can use a large knife to prune them, or shears or something like that. But the answer is C, protect your hands and eyes. Miss Joy's doing good tonight.
Joy knows how to grow stuff.
That's it. Miss Joy's a gardener. I'm going to take some lessons from her. Now, y'all, this one right here, I had to look it up. I did not know this word.
No,
Pelargoniums
no idea.
come from where? And it's Pelargoniums. Pelargoniums come from where? A, Turkey. B, South Africa. C, Cuba. Yes, Miss Linda, Miss Joy is a very smart lady. And I would say she is very wise beyond her years. Sandy, I like your answer to the last one. Said she knows it was C, but she's off. Or where do you go, Sandy Toes? Okay, it jumped because everybody was answering.
All right.
A said, Scott said A, Sandy said B. Let me find my, where is that again? It is B, it is South Africa. And to tell you why I had to look up pelargoniums, because I did not know what a pelargonium was. Let's see, who else got it right? Sandy says, what are they? Pelargoniums is a genus of a flowering plant commonly called geranium. Genus, whatever. Anyway, it's a genus. It's a family of them called geraniums. I know what a geranium is. I've never heard of a pelargonium.
Yeah, it's pronounced genus.
Okay, it's a genus then.
It's along with genome.
Yeah, but that's what they are. They are technically geraniums. And they come from South Africa.
Sandy got that. She said, uranium. Okay.
Yeah. I was reading up here talking about somebody talking about red cinnamon, talking about red eye gravy. Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Linda said saw it in Turkey. Yeah, I'm assuming they're all over the world, but according to this, they actually come from South Africa and have probably transported, because we have geraniums all over the United States. My grandmother grew geraniums. My grandmother grew African violets, which are very hard to grow. I remember she had a table on our back porch. We had a screened-in back porch, and there was a table. One on this was she had wall going here and one going this way with the screen door. And she had table on the wall where the screen door was on, and then she had one going parallel to her, perpendicular to her, whatever. Anyways, right there at the screen door. And she had flowers on the top shelf, bottom shelf, and underneath that table. Two tables. And when it came time for her to feed her African violets, this old girl got shoved all the way to the back of that table on the floor to pull them little African violets out. And those were the only times those violets were ever seen. It was when my grandmother fed them. And she took care of them. She fed them and talked to them for a few minutes and then set them back on the floor. And I had to push them all the way back up against the wall again. I remember that. Yeah, they're beautiful. Geraniums and African violets are beautiful. After my grandmother passed away, my aunts and some friends of ours divided up her flowers. And the only flowers that remained of what my grandmother had were the ones that my Aunt Ruthie took. And the only reason they lived was because her mother-in-law took care of them. But the plants that my mom got, they died. The ones that my other aunts stuff got, they died because nobody in the family knew how to take care of plants.
George said certain women were required to grow African violets.
Oh.
Something I did not know.
I did not know that either. But I know my granny had a lot, you know, she had a whole thing full of African violets, and you didn't mess with her flowers.
But the only thing is why?
Yeah, why were they required to grow them? I mean, I know they were beautiful flowers.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
The darkest place is a shadow. Yeah. And that's the whole point on the African violets. They had to be grown in dark for them to be, you know, turn out as beautiful as they were. And that's what she told me. She said they cannot be out in the sunlight. They have to grow in the dark. That much I remember. Like I said, she was 7 when I passed away, and that was 46 years ago. So I remember all that she told me about that, but I still can't grow one. Okay, number 14. Let's see. When do you plant alliums? A, midsummer, B, early spring, C, late autumn.
Oh, Valium was a pill.
Not Valium, alliums, Alliums. You know, them onions and garlics.
You can ask Mike from 3 Mississippi, he'd know.
Yeah. Yeah, Linda, you mess with my granny's flowers, you might as well kiss your booty goodbye because she's going to whip it. All right, Alvin. Or Abbott, I'm sorry. I told y'all I can't see. I saw that A and B.
Sandy said C, Joy A, Kim Burris, early spring, Scott C, Kickapoo, late autumn.
Well, I'll tell you this. I missed this question because I said C, late autumn. According to this website, they say B, early spring. So
no, that's not what I heard Mike from 3 Mississippi say.
So when it comes to onions and garlic, I think they're wrong. I'm just going to be flat out.
I saw a video of 3 Mississippi, Mike planting some garlic bulbs already. Now they're covered up so that in spring,
yeah,
they'll come up good.
Okay, Marion Eastman said spring. Said autumn and spring. Okay. Linda said C.
It also depends on the type of garlic. He's big on garlic. So.
Yeah, late autumn.
And he grows some good garlic.
Yeah, like I said, I really don't know. I'm not a gardener. And I've seen people plant them in late autumn. I've seen them plant them in early spring.
Depends on the type of garlic.
So I think it depends on the type. But this is just saying, when do you plant alliums? And I think they got it wrong. But like I said, going with the website that I got the information off of, they said early spring. But tell me, y'all, what is early spring? We don't have an early spring anymore. We have summer, we have a week of fall, we have winter, and then we have maybe 2 days of spring, then we have summer.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what is early spring and what is late autumn? I don't know. Plant before the first hard frost. That's what Joyce says. That's what I always thought. That's what my granny did. Depends on where you live. That's what Kickapoo says.
Linda might be right on what she's saying there.
Garlic is pulled in July, and then you plant the garlic again in October. And see, that's what I thought.
Well, like I said, Mike from Mississippi, he's already planted his.
Yeah. So.
And this is October.
This is October, so yep, I would say. So my guess in late autumn would probably have been right on that regard. But according to the website, I was wrong. But I'm just going to say this. You plant them when you plant them because I don't know. I ain't never done it. Now, I did not know this. And
Sandy said, Cracky, I've never planted in spring. You've missed the boat if you're planting in the spring. I've heard that.
Yep. I mean, I understand planting your regular garden in the spring. And I kind of figured onions and garlic would be like your flower bulbs. If it's a bulb that has to be planted, it's supposed to be planted in late autumn so that it could start growing and break through the ground in early spring to spring. Because I know like your tulips, your gladiolus and things like that that are grown from a bulb, you plant that in the autumn, in the fall. And then they grow in the spring. I'm not totally illiterate when it comes to gardening. It's just that there's not a lot of gardening that I've actually done. I've read about it. I just don't do a lot of it. Because we don't have spring. Yep. Well, I know this past, what was supposed to have been spring in a lot of areas was still winter up until almost summertime. So we don't really have 4 seasons anymore. We've kind of got maybe 2 1/4 season, something like that. I don't know. I know we don't have 4 seasons. Bulbs and tubers plant fall. See, that's what I thought, Joy. Yeah. So I'm not stupid. I thought I was, but I'm not, because I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. Mary said she just planted her bulbs. Her dog went behind her and decided to help by digging them all up again. Oh, man, that's a helpful puppy dog right there. Okay, number 15. Which of these men is a famous organic gardener? And you know I knew this one, right? Really? Organic gardening? I know nothing about it. Other than you don't use fertilizer. That's all I know. Not fertilizer, but yeah, maybe fertilizer too. It's you don't use poisons and stuff on organic gardening.
We have 4 seasons: pleasant, pre-hill, hill, and post-hill.
I think that's Texas right there.
Pooch could probably, and Joy could probably attest to that.
I think Cinnamon gave me a famous organic gardener, but that one's not on my list, Cinnamon. I was getting to reading them. I'm sorry.
I think hers is the first one I say.
Yeah, but that's not even on my list, so I'm sorry. It says, which of
Jerry Baker.
Which of these men is famous organic gardener?
Local 336.
A Fishing Local 336. Hello, welcome in. It's A, Anthony Bahargel, B, Bob Ross, or C, Bob Flowerdew.
I wouldn't have a clue.
I got it wrong, I'll put it that way. I knew who it wouldn't. That's okay. Hey, if y'all know organic gardeners, y'all doing better than I do.
Well, the thing I found out about that is they still have to use chemicals.
Let's see. A, no. I see the answer. Scott got it. Bob Flowerdew. Flower. Yeah, Bob Flowerdew is the organic gardener. Hey, Child of God 77, welcome in. So, Mr. Scott, it looks like you got that one right. Bob can. Yeah, Bob Ross is was an amazing artist. I'll put it that way. That's why I knew it wasn't him. I used to watch him on PBS. But the answer was Bob Flowerdew, who was a famous organic gardener. And y'all, I hate to say this, I'm sorry, I'd never heard of the dude. So he obviously wasn't that famous. I mean, I'd never heard of him. And yeah, my guess was A, but I was wrong. So okay, number 16. And again, I apologize if I mispronounce this. What is xeriscaping? Xeriscaping. Xeriscaping. A, replacing your lawn with naturalized flowers. B, using little or no fertilizer in your garden, or C, gardening with drought-resistant plants. And I got this one right, y'all. Okay, making sure I get all in here. Looks like Kim has the first answer of C. Joy has C. Child of God 77 has C. And y'all, and Sandy Toes has C. Scott has C. And y'all are all right. Gardening with drought-resistant plants. That is xeriscaping. And in some areas, that's usually about the only way you will be able to plant. Cinnamon says, yuppies. Yeah. Yeah, if you live in desert areas, that really is probably one of the best ways to go about doing stuff like that.
Sandy said it's huge in Australia.
Okay.
Cinnamon Hot said yuppies.
Yeah, that's one thing I thought about when I'm hearing the xeriscaping, Xena. There's another word, Xena something other. I can't remember what it is. Thank you, Child of God. I like my sticker board too. I have a few stickers on here. Start up here. I got Bandit Frogster. I have, how you all do? I've got Whisker Dreams. I think it's Summer Man Outdoors. I've got a LG Bass Night, LG Bass Day. I have a Full Blown Country. I have Sunfish King. I have Backwoods Mindset. Catfishing with Cause. I have mine and Piggy stickers. I have a Mr. Scott Swift. I have Central Valley Adventures, which is now, I think it's Fishing Fresno. Yeah, he changed his title, his channel name, or changed his channel entirely, I think. I have Mike's Fishing Home. I have Catching Them All. Danny Stone Outdoors. Dink Over Stink, Journey Along with Shannon. I have Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. And this is another one that he sent, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors sent me with from Tight Lines. And this right here is my newest one that my mail call will be about tomorrow. And this is Gail's Southern Living. And anybody else that wants to send me stickers, I will be more than happy to put them on my board up here. And Joy said you can have a million. Okay. Yeah, I understand. When you're going through a drought, yeah, you can't have gardens and everything else. You can't water your lawn. You can't wash your car. Can't do everything else. But you can have a ton of swimming pools. That's for sure. I understand that one. Now I don't understand why they're allowed to have the swimming pools. Personally, if I had a swimming pool, I'd want a saltwater pool. Okay, number 17. Protect your veggies from birds with what? A, netting. B, diatomaceous earth. C, vinegar. And I have a feeling everybody's going to get this one right. If you're going to protect your vegetables from birds, yep. Everybody starting off. Scott Swift, A. Kim, A. Joy, A. Sandy, A. Child of God, A. Avid netting, yes, it is netting. That's how you protect your vegetables from the birds. I have a 3-letter word that protects my veggies from the birds. It's called cat. My cats lay out in the middle. When I had my little garden out back, they would lay out in the middle of my garden. And they would just waiting. So, yeah. Sandy said D, scarecrows. Around here, the birds just laugh at you if you try to do a scarecrow. What?
Big old pew-pew.
Yeah.
The old Tommy Biggins.
Just gonna go.
Kaboom.
Yeah, Cinnamon. From what I've understood about the swimming pools, if you have the saltwater pool, you don't have to use all the chlorine and chemicals that you would in a regular pool. And for me, I think in the long run, from everything I've read and discussed about it, discovered about it, that if you have a pool, salt water is actually healthier than the other.
Think about it. Salt can be healing.
Yeah.
It's good for your body.
Yeah. Yeah, Sandy, my scarecrow probably wouldn't be scary enough. My grandmother used to take those little tin.
Put a picture of Abby with that mask on. It would work.
Yeah, this is what I was fixing to say. My grandmother used to take those tin pie plates, disposable pie plates, and hang them up in the garden. Yeah. And she'd put string on them and she would tie them up to her cane poles that she had up for her beans and have them throughout the garden. And she never had a problem with birds and stuff. And it kept bigger animals out too, like deer and things like that, which I don't think we had any deer out there where we lived in that little town.
Put one of them animated Santa Clauses out there.
Old CDs, also, yep. Linda, I've seen people do that. The old CDs. Mineral salts, yeah, so good for the bones. Yeah, I know Epsom salts are really good to soak in and for achy muscles and things like that. John got that hang CDs, yep.
Metal pie plates and tinfoil work too.
Yeah, that's what my grandmother used to do, was, like I said, with the metal pie plates. Okay, we're at number 18. Y'all, it's after 8 o'clock and I did not even know it. We're just flying on through here, aren't we? 18. A seedling without branches can be called what? A, twig, B, whip, C, shrub. Again, that is a seedling without branches can be called what? Scott said it's good for tomatoes. Yeah, I thought Epsom salts was good for tomatoes. Sandy, my dog is crazy. You don't have to run crazy. He is crazy.
Boy, howdy.
Child of God said C. We'll go here. Joyce said B. It is B. It is whip. Yeah. A seedling without branches can be called a whip. Oh, it looks like it was Child of God said C. Joyce said B. Sandy Toe said whip. Scott said B. Kim said B. Like everything.
I choose F.
I didn't know on this one, but I could see where that would be the answer. Yeah, cinnamon is always called a switch. You know, you take it with them little. And my granny and my mom always made me go outside and pick my own switch.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. You learn you don't get that little wispy one.
Yeah, that's how I learned that.
Okay.
I thought little tiny and small, oh, that won't hurt. Boy, how it was eyebrow.
Yeah, we got a switch bush out behind the house. It don't never get nothing done to it. It needs to be cut down. All right. Question number 19. This might be described as a hirsute flower. A, boutonniere. B, bearded iris. C, helenium.
What was that now?
This might be described as a hirsute flower. A, boutonniere. B, bearded iris. C, helenium.
No idea.
Kim said B. Joy said B. And it is B, bearded iris. Hirsute, hairy, bearded iris. Y'all, Piggy's just, I messed him up with that one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Getting whipped with a switch. You remember all right time. Yep. I got to where instead of getting those little bitty switches, I get the biggest thing I could find. And my mom and granny got to where they would laugh at me and they wouldn't whip me with it. So I did good. I got a question mark from Child of God 77, and I got nothing, never heard of it from Sandy Toes. Yeah. Basically, I think it's just, it's considered a hairy flower because of the name, bearded iris. They're doing play on words. Okay. We're at number 20, y'all. A small Japanese orange is called what? A, tangerine. B, naranja. C, kumquat. A small Japanese orange. A, tangerine. B, naranja. C, kumquat. Cinnamon said B.
Sandy said C. Cotton God said C.
And it is a kumquat. It is C. And Child of God said C. Switch. The flexible ones hurt worse, Sandy. If you have
like little whips.
Yeah, if a short or long hard switch does not hurt near as bad as a short or long wispy switch. A wispy switch, it just bends around your legs, and oh, that hurts. Those hurt.
Yes, they do.
Linda said F. Well, I don't know what F is, so.
I think she's copying the Piggy.
Yeah, so we don't know the answers. And this one right here, y'all, this is a gimme because we done answered this one. When do you plant spring flowering bulbs? A, spring, B, early autumn, or C, summer?
Winter.
Piggy, you're being contrary.
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
Oh, man.
I'm kind of like my kitties.
All these kitties are contrary.
Exactly my point.
Yep, B, early autumn. I know we'd already covered this one a while ago when we were talking about planting the onions. So I knew that would be a easy one, and I had to pay the Miss Joy or somebody to get it like that. Sandy says B, but we plant midwinter. And Linda's going Z on that one. Okay. Number 22. If you want delicate rhubarb, you must use this. A, lemon juice. B, Epsom salt. Or C, rhubarb forcer. And y'all, I'll be honest with you, I have never grown rhubarb. I have never eaten rhubarb.
I've never seen rhubarb.
I've seen it in pictures.
I don't think I've seen it in pictures either.
We got
B question mark, A.
And Fluff is laughing at you, Piggy. Actually, y'all, the answer is C, rhubarb forcer. I've never heard of it.
What I say? What I say? Rabbit, babe.
Probably because you're being contrary. Yeah, I'd never heard of rhubarb forcer. But like I said, I don't know anything about growing rhubarb. The one thing I do know about rhubarb is that you can put it in pie with strawberries. And it's supposed to be good. I have no idea. So for all y'all that have grown rhubarb and eat rhubarb, y'all would know that more than I do. So I don't really know anything about that. Ignorant Yankees. I have to say, it probably did come from a northern website somewhere because I don't know anything about it. Apple and rhubarb homemade pie. Never heard of that either. Yes, I don't. Now, look, you talk about apple. Now, I've got a recipe somewhere around here for apple and butternut squash casserole for all y'all that like butternut squash. Rhubarb has got a real tart taste. In my opinion, it needs a ton of sugar. Yeah. That's what I've always been told about rhubarb, that you have to use a lot of sugar because it's very tart and bitter, or can be bitter. Yeah, so like I said, I've never eaten rhubarb that I know of. I mean, I've eaten a lot of strawberry pie. It could have been in one of those. I don't know. Linda says she's got rhubarb that's sweet to the taste. I need to find out how Linda grows her rhubarb. Or maybe it's the brand or something. I don't know. Let's see. Y'all, we're on question number 23. We're doing good. And it's going on 8:21. We might get these in for 9 o'clock if I don't just sit and yammer all night long. But I have a habit of doing that. Oh, man. All right. The type of periwinkle known as vinca is used in the treatment of what? A, anxiety, B, leukemia, C, acne. And I got this one wrong too. The type of periwinkle, which is the plant periwinkle, not the color periwinkle, known as vinca, V-I-N-C-A, is used in the treatment of what? A, anxiety, B, leukemia, C, acne. Joyce said C.
Cinnamon hot.
Rhubarb is a trip. It grows like crazy, and you can make a lot. Yeah. Now, Joy, is not C, so we know it is not to treat acne. So this is our slang, yeah. Okay, a plant. Periwinkle in my area are sea creatures. Here, periwinkles are small, bluish colored flowers. Well, depending on the one, because there's obviously multiple periwinkles, but the ones that I've seen are small blue flowers. Okay, so Kim said A and Scott said A to treat anxiety. No, I missed it because I said A too, and I was wrong. It is to treat leukemia. Vinca is used in the treatment of leukemia. Yeah, I got that wrong. I thought it was to treat anxiety myself. Because I'm thinking, I know lavender is supposed to relax you and stuff, and a periwinkle is kind of a lavender blue color, and the flower is kind of a lavender blue color. So I was kind of going with that. I was wrong. Yeah, what can I say? It doesn't do me good to try to associate things together that way. Well, Cinnamon, I'm glad you like trivia night. I'll tell you, I like Mr. Scott's trivia night. Miss Joy's the one that gives him the questions, but I like his because it makes my brain work and try to think. Because, and for those of y'all in here that have not been to one of Mr. Scott's lives, he goes live on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And have a lot of fun in his lives on Tuesdays. We really do. Avid goes live on Sunday nights. I want to say at I know I always get that time mixed up because I have to double check it. I think it's 8 p.m. or it's either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern. Because I see 8 most of the time. I know it's one of the two. I can't remember which. I'm sorry, Avid. But I know it is on Sunday nights. Pooch, Full Blown Country, goes live on Wednesday nights now at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And I'm trying to think who I'm missing in there because I haven't been able to watch and get into a lot of lives lately. Mike's Fishing Home goes live on Monday nights and Friday nights. And usually Mike's is, I want to say 10 p.m. Eastern, roughly right around that time. I think it depends on what time he gets off work on Fridays. But if y'all haven't checked them out, please do, especially Mr. Scott's, because if y'all like trivia, y'all will love his Tuesday nights. They have some really good trivia questions there.
They're a lot of fun.
It is. It's family. I mean, you go into Mr. Scott's live and you are in family. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Miss Joy and Mr. Scott, they make you feel welcome and at home. Same with Pooch, same with Avid. You know, you go into their lives, you feel welcome. And to me, that's what it's all about. You go into a live, you feel welcome. And let's see, make sure I'm not 7 Central. So Avid's is 8 Eastern. Okay. Okay, question number 24. In the winter, you should do this with wild birds. A, stop feeding them. B, reduce feeding them. Or C, feed them more. Yeah, I thank you, Scott and Linda. Like I said, I couldn't remember exactly what times Avid went live on Sundays because my mind, I have brain farts. I'm sorry. You know, it just if I'm not looking at something, sometimes I can forget. Yes, Kim said C. Sandy said C. Joy said C. Scott said C. And C is the answer. Feed them more.
I like Sandy Toad's answer. Stuff them like turkeys.
Hey. Kitty cats won't give me a chance around here to stuff no birds. They eat them.
That's it.
They like them birds. Every bird around here is a yard bird to them. They don't care what it is. I have literally seen my cat sit and watch wild turkey and geese and try to size them up. And I'm talking about
they sitting there like that ant, that rubber tree. High hopes.
Yeah, that I mean you see the Canadian geese coming through, flying south or flying north when they fly north. The cats will sit there and look at them like, wonder. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and try it.
It'd be the last time they tried, but they try it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Question number 25. Uncontrolled Japanese bamboo can do this. A, be acceptable in wild areas, B, get you in trouble with the law in the United States, or C, make a nice hedge. Again, uncontrolled Japanese bamboo can do this. A, be acceptable in wild areas, B, get you in trouble with the law in the United States, or C, make a nice hedge. And I am seeing B. Yes, it can get you in trouble with the law here in the United States. It's called an invasive species like kudzu because it grows that quick. Sandy says, turn you into a panda.
Kim Barris, if you want to watch a little quilting, check out Rita's Roost.
That's where I met Kim at, was on Miss Rita's page.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
Yep. She knows Miss Rita. Miss Rita's, I love her. I do.
Thing about a lot of groups out there is a lot of times a lot of people get full of themselves and they click off in their little clicks. And if you don't, fit their idea of what is acceptable, they get cliquish with you.
Yeah. I'm like this. I don't want to be put in no specialized group. I'm not, I'm like this. I cook. I'm out there for everybody. I enjoy the fishing community. I enjoy the homestead community. I enjoy the quilters. I enjoy the cookers. I watch them all. I don't care.
You got people acting cliquish. Those type of people I don't like to be around.
Yeah. Yeah, Kim, I love Miss Rita too. She is an absolute sweetheart. And for those of you who haven't or have never been to Miss Rita's page, I think most everybody in here knows who we're talking about with Miss Rita. If you haven't seen her video where she is going to be doing her giveaway on her birthday in November, she asked that people send her a birthday card or a note or a postcard or something with their address on it and let her know which of her two quilts that she's giving away that they would prefer, Penelope or Rosy Stars. And I've got to get my card sent in. There are quilters and homesteaders who don't like her.
Well, Miss Joy, you know it better than I do. That there's a lot of people out there that like to be pompous donkeys.
Yeah.
To be nice about it.
I put it this way, Miss Joy. I quilt when I get the opportunity to, and I cook. I'm not a homesteader, never will be, but you're acceptable and accepted at my home anytime.
That's it.
We be the bits of people.
And if anybody else came in and had a problem with what you're doing while you're here, they can leave.
I love Sandy Toe's answer right there. We be the bits of people, the bits of everything rolled into a cake. That's it right there.
Yeah, it makes life tasty.
Yeah. And that's why I say I always put out there, everybody's welcome in here. I mean, I don't care where you're from, who you are. The only thing I ask is don't start no drama. And and we don't do politics in here. I don't have a problem with how people do their stuff. That's on them. Right now. That's it. Miss Joy is always welcome here. Love my Miss Joy. She's my sister. Y'all, I keep getting ahead of myself. We're on number 26. I think that's where we're at. A poisonous flowering tree is the what? A, laburnum, or B, oleander, or C, both. Again, a poisonous flowering tree is the A, laburnum, B, oleander, or C, both. I'm going to bed. See a C and a C. Sorry, y'all, my screen had jumped. I had to go back up and find it. And y'all are correct. Both are poisonous flowering trees. Though I have to say, I've never heard of the first one. I don't know what a laburnum is. I have heard of oleander. I know what that is.
I've heard of laburnum, no idea what it is.
Well, it's a poisonous flowering tree. That's what it is.
Okay. Well, it's no smoking for me either. I'd like to at times. I still want one of my cigars real bad, but I like to breathe.
Y'all, December the 17th, Piggy will have been stopped smoking for, I want to say 4 years. I think December the 17th of 2018, I believe it was, he quit smoking. So he's been, December the 18th of this year will be 4 years. And I am so proud of him because I would listen to him and the way he coughed, the way he sounded when he was sleeping. He sounds 110% better than he did. And I'm just so proud of him. Yeah, he still does his little dip of relax and chew, whatever, that's on him. But at least I don't have to smell the cigar smoke because that stuff stunk. Now, he didn't smoke in the house. He'd go to the door and he'd smoke at the door and smoke outside.
When it was cold, I'd be outside if it was warm.
Right. Sandy said she'd heard of neither. Yeah.
Well, Joy, I'd still be smoking, but on that particular day, I got the gasping and coughing so bad I couldn't get a breath in.
Yeah, I thought I was going to take him to the emergency room. That he was breathing that badly. Literally could not breathe. And he laid him down and told me, he said, I can't do it anymore. And he took some cough syrup, and I had some Hall's cough drops. And the cough syrup and the cough drops actually eased him up to where he could breathe instead of coughing like he was, because he could not catch his breath from coughing. And it was a really bad winter that winter because he was sick, really sick. But he's had him now put down for almost 4 years, and I am extremely proud of him. Now, I'm not saying anything against anybody that smokes. I know people have their reasons for doing what they do, and that's their business.
I can tell you,
yeah,
if it wasn't for the way it affected my breathing, I'd probably still be smoking my cigar.
Yeah.
But, just can't do it.
Yeah. Kim, I agree with you right there. I don't do it myself. My mom died from COPD stage 2. She'd never smoked. Well, she was never a smoker, I'll put it that way. When she was married to my biological father, she would light cigarettes and light them up and then lay them in the ashtray and let them burn out. And she did that because he was an alcoholic and he would spend all of their money on booze. He didn't care about buying groceries or making sure bills were paid or anything like that. He bought his booze and he bought his cigarettes. So she would smoke his cigarettes as far as she lit them and put them in the ashtray and let them burn. She never really smoked them, but she was around that smoke. My grandmother was a smoker. My grandfather smoked cigars. My mom was around that. And she had what the doctors at UAB told me was the worst case of secondhand.
I'm having a hard time finding Linda on this. Are we connected to Linda on there?
Yeah, I think Linda and I are friends on Facebook.
Now, Abby, just look for Linda on Elaine's friends and see if you can't find her that way.
Yeah. You should be able to. I don't know if I have my friends set for anybody, but you can find them, Piggy. So I would have to do that. Or I don't know.
Don't I have her on mine?
I don't know. I don't know who you're friends with on Facebook.
I had her on mine.
Yeah, but like I said, the doctor at UAB told me that my mom had the worst case of secondhand smoke that he had ever seen. And they were going to write a paper on her because of that. And she had COPD, and she went through the early stages of it, middle stages, and when she passed away, she had COPD stage 2. And like I said, what little bit of smoking that she had done, it was lighting a cigarette and then laying it in the ashtray. But that'll still, you know, and like I said, not everybody gets sick from smoking. Not everybody has problems with it. It's just each person is different. That's why I say I don't say anything about who smokes, who drinks, whatever. That's their own business. As long as you're an adult and can make your own choices in life, you have the right to do so.
And I'm not sure if Avid knows Tom. The different genre of content creators.
Yeah, I don't know. Once I get off my live, I'll see if we can get them connected up on there. Okay, number 27. Y'all, I told you I'd probably be talking all night. Get behind. Number 27. This can happen to well-pruned roses. A, don't bloom as well. B, may become stunted. Or C, resist wind damage. Avid said, found you. I understand, Kim. That was me. I was my mom's full-time caregiver from 2004 until 2010 when she passed away. But I was her part-time caregiver from, I want to say, 1997, 1998 until 2010. Okay, everything popped up. Kim says C, Sandy says C, Joy says C, Scott says C, and y'all are correct. Resist wind damage. If a rose is pruned correctly, it can resist wind damage. Now, if y'all have heard of this one, more power to you. I didn't know this one. First time I'd ever heard of this one. Godzilla weed spreads this way. A, only through seed distribution. B, a full yard daily. Or C, very slowly.
Oh,
I'd never heard of Godzilla weed. I don't know what it is.
Only thing I know that is Godzilla.
All right, Lynn, I'm glad I haven't found you.
Yes, he is.
Oh, man. Again, the question says, Godzilla weed spreads this way. A, only through seed distribution. B, a full yard daily. Or C, very slowly. Piggy, your computer keep going down.
Second time. Took a long time the first time. It didn't take as long this time.
Okay. Okay, Joy said C, Sandy said B. I don't see any answers, but Sandy is correct. It is B. Godzilla weed spreads a full yard daily. I've never heard of it before. What?
I was going to say what they use in the yard, but I guess they're talking about a yard, like a yardstick.
That's what I'm thinking. Is probably, it says a full yard, and I'm thinking that's what they would consider a yard would be, like 3 feet, a good 3 feet daily. But that's still a lot. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're at number 29. And before I go to number 29, I have to ask y'all, are y'all liking this multiple choice option better? Or do you like it the old way that I was doing it? Where y'all had to just kind of guess until y'all got them right? Because, I mean, I can do either way. I happen to like this way. I think it's going quicker and it's really kind of fun, but I also like the way we did before too. So
Well, it gives people a choice.
yeah.
Joy said she likes both. Sandy Smith said she likes both.
Kim likes multiple choice. Okay. Linda said I took a guess. Okay. The reason I asked, because I want it to be fun for everybody. I don't want it to be, a pain. And if everybody is enjoying the trivia, which everybody seems to enjoy the trivia, then, that for me makes it better for everybody. So we will try to do the multiple choice for a while, see how that goes. That's right, Avid. Bigfoot is in a league of his own. He truly is.
Yep.
Okay, number 29. What part of the tree is used to make cork? A, root, B, pulp, or C, bark? Kim says she likes both. She loves trivia. Okay.
We got Kimber, C, Sandy, C, Joy, B, Scott, D.
It is the bark. It is C. They actually take, and I've actually watched them do this on the cork trees. They will take and they will cut a slice across, then down each side and across, and then they will peel the bark off. And sometimes they will actually go all the way around and do a whole round off of the tree. And they're only allowed to do so much off of each tree to allow it to recover. And they have trees that they have been taking cork off of for hundreds of years. It is an amazing process to watch. Well, Linda, I don't think I'm the ABC. I don't know what mine's been mostly tonight, but it ain't been the ABC, ABC. I know that. All right, last question for the night, or at least on the trivia anyway. Another name for Japanese knotwood is this: A, lucky bamboo, B, Mexican yucca, or C, fleece flower? Another name for Japanese knotwood, K-N-O-T, knotwood is knotweed, I'm sorry, K-N-O-T-W-E-E-D is this: lucky bamboo, Mexican yucca, or fleece flower? And y'all, that mispronunciation is coming from
What's it, true or false? 50 questions. Answer true on every one, and you'll get a C.
Yeah, it's true. You will.
I totally did not get that.
When you do a true or false test in school, if you answer every one of them true, you'll get at least a C average on the test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Sandy Toe said C, got no idea. Scott, C, Kim, C, Joy, C, Linda, A.
And you know what? C, got no idea. You're right. It is fleece flower. And Scott's right. Kim's right. Joy's right.
Linda,
it's not bamboo. Sorry.
come on now.
But that is the questions for tonight. And y'all, I just got to tell y'all something. I started doing something this week, and
That'd be something you can do too, if going true or false answers.
yeah, I can do the true or false. That's for sure. But I started something this week, and we'll see how it does for me. Just putting this out there, I started using a homemade toothpaste to brush my teeth with. Got me a water pick so that I can use the water pick on my teeth. And it seems to work better for me. And I found the recipe for the toothpaste I'm using on TikTok. This woman was talking about when she was in her 20s, she had gone to the dentist, and he told her that she would have to have dentures within a year. Her teeth were that bad. She had periodontal disease. And I say this about the periodontal disease because my grandmother had periodontal disease. She had dentures by the time she was 40, or before the time she was 40. My mom had periodontal disease. My aunt had periodontal disease. It runs in my family. I've got it, but I've actually been able to keep my teeth because I've taken care of them better than they did. I still haven't taken care of them as well as I should have. And, but this woman, like I said, she had stated that she had made, started her own, using her own homemade toothpaste. And she said what she uses in her water pick on her teeth and what else she does. And she has been doing this for over 30 years. She's in her 50s. And when she first started doing this, she had cavities, she had the periodontal disease, and she was about ready to lose her teeth. At now, 30-something years later, in her 50s, this woman has a beautiful set of teeth, healthy gums, and all she has done is use this toothpaste, and she does not use store-bought mouthwashes. And she uses something called Guru Nanda. It's called it's an oil pulling, and that's what it's called on the box. It's oil pulling by Guru Nanda. And I haven't started that yet. When hopefully next month I'll do that. But I wanted to get myself used to using this toothpaste because the toothpaste is made up of 1 teaspoon of sea salt, 2 teaspoons of peroxide, and 3 teaspoons of baking soda. You mix that together, and that's what you brush your teeth with. And I could tell the difference that day and even the next day. And Piggy can tell the difference in looking at my teeth. They're not yellow like they were. They have whitened up and brightened up. I still have a long way to go, don't get me wrong. But y'all, I've found that sometimes you have to use what's healthiest for you and not use chemicals that's made by somebody else.
Basically,
yeah,
all that other stuff out there is being pumped out. It's designed to make the teeth go bad, so you have to go see a dentist.
Yeah,
you do eventually have to have dentures.
And I've read the back of mouthwash, but I never really paid attention to it. It says that if swallowed, when you're using mouthwash, it says if swallowed, call the CDT for poison control. I'm sorry, why would I want to be putting something in my mouth like that if I accidentally swallow it or ingest it, then I'm going to have to call it poison control for? So what I use in my water pick is 50% water, 50% peroxide, and I let that water pick with the peroxide and water clean my mouth out real good, and then I will rinse my mouth out with regular water when I get done. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because do a video on the toothpaste and stuff. Yeah, if y'all want me to, I will. I'll do a quick Sunday video. It won't be for this Sunday since I got the mail call tomorrow, but I can do a quick video for next week showing what I do. And like I said, I can actually take a before picture, like starting today or tomorrow, and see what it looks like a week from now. I thought about taking one, which I may have some pictures that show my teeth, which I've always been ashamed of my teeth. Yeah, I have an overbite. And when I say an overbite, you cannot see my bottom teeth because of my top teeth. And it's been that way since I was a kid. And so my bottom teeth, like I said, I've got crooked teeth, and I rarely ever smile when I'm doing pictures and stuff. And I think all of y'all have actually seen me smiling more than most people in my own family. All right, Miss Joy, we'll see you later. You have a good evening, sweetheart.
Night, Joy.
Okay, I will do a video. I will try to get it out next Sunday, which will be, let me look at the date on that. I think it'll be the 30th. But if I don't get it out the 30th, I will do my best to get it out the 6th, which will be the first week of November, or first Sunday in November. And that might actually give me a little bit more time to get a good study on that, because we can get a picture of my teeth as they are now and then see what they look like in 2 weeks. And I can let y'all know and what I'm doing. And like I said, you know, I'll admit I'm the world's worst about keeping my teeth brushed and stuff, because I used to do it all the time, and then I got to where I was doing it every so often. I rinsed my mouth out with mouthwash and things like that. But I've always been bad, and I've always been self-conscious about it, and it's my own fault. So trying to do this a natural way, and I think a lot of my thing is subconscious. I didn't like the taste of the toothpaste. I don't like the taste of the mouthwash because it's always medicine-y and tastes like alcohol and stuff. I don't like it.
Now you know why.
And doing it with the salt and the baking soda, the peroxide, yeah, it's got a funky flavor as far as it tastes salty. I mean, literally it tastes like salt. But I can handle the salty flavor better than I can a lot of the other flavors. And I will definitely do a video for y'all. And yeah, so, but I just wanted to put that out there, you know, and I'm going to try to get this oil pulling stuff made by Guru Nanda. And I will go back and get this lady's name. Like I said, she's on the TikTok. I don't know if she has a YouTube or anything like that. But I will get her name to give her the credit, because she is the one I got the information from. And I have to say, I am just, like I said, I started this on Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, been doing this for 4 days now. And my teeth are already so much brighter than what they were. And I feel so much better. I don't have, I don't know, it's like a crusty feeling. You know, you eat something, you get that crusty feeling on your teeth. I don't have that. Even when I eat, I don't have that. And that's been really wild for me for the past few days, because it's getting used to it. But just wanted to share that information for anybody that's interested. And like I said, I will do the video since y'all have asked. And it is almost 9 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock others. Our 5 Acre Homestead, hello and welcome in. Glad you got to come in and say hi. And unfortunately, I'm getting ready to fix and get off here and go get some stuff done. So I currently use a natural toothpaste because I can't stand mint. Mint tastes like cinnamon. Now, see, I like the taste of cinnamon. I'm not big on mints. I like to eat spearmints, but I'm not big on peppermint and things like that too much. But yeah, I understand where you're going with that, Sandy. I don't like them. And that. But I will do the video on the toothpaste and my water pick and stuff to show you what I do on that. And this is going to be a journey for me to see if I can save my teeth, because I know it's not going to happen overnight. But if there is the probability that I can reverse the damage to my teeth, as far as the cavities I know I have, reverse the gingivitis and periodontal disease, even if it takes, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, at least it's a start and it's going in the right direction instead of going in the direction of eventually losing my teeth. And I don't want to do that either. I would prefer to keep them for as long as possible.
I gave up on mine a long time ago. No matter what I did, they'd still rot out from the inside.
Yeah, Piggy's is hereditary, though, on the way his is done. I know that. Kim says, thank you so much for welcoming. Love you. Thank you for the... Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you for coming in. I tell you, if it wasn't for all of y'all coming in and saying hi to me, I'd really have a rough evening. But I got about a minute or two, so I'm going to go ahead and say good night to everybody. Thank y'all all for dropping in. And please come back again next week. We'll have some more trivia and more updates. And I will have all of the channels listed in my description, hopefully next week for the Noodle November 2022. That's going to be happening starting November the 1st. And anybody that would can go and check out some of those channels. So again, thank y'all very much for coming in and watching. Everybody have a great evening. We love y'all. Bye.